Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome, everyone, to Glendale, Arizona. This is the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFB, and let's get it going. Team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Change the pre-snap look now. And looking to throw now on first down. Nice grab. Good Stockman. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
The defense sits back in a zone cover. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Scott. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Wow, they get positive yards here. You have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Design quarterback run. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. First drive of the game, instead of punting and pinning the opponent deep, they're going to go for it on 4th down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's got it. That is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
And the Yellow Jackets look to keep this drive moving. And they'll give it to the back. Running with purpose. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Scott. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. First down from the 30.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
The Yellow Jackets will line up on 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Fires it on the move. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
They're going to run it here. He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, this is what I love to see from the defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He'll try a pass here. It's a quick grab. He can't reach the goal line. They tackle him inside the 5.
The quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
And the Yellow Jackets hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. Here's the handoff, little 1st and goal. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
7, North Carolina, 0.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. First play of the drive, they look to the right. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
So 2nd and 7 at the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. Tight end goes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. With sure hands. It's Johnson. They bring him down, but that's a good play. It moves the ball to the 39.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And he'll just throw it away to avoid the sack. Incompletion makes it 2nd down. On the run, it's Hawkins. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Short. They'll try to throw for it here. Receiver makes the grab. They move the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. That's reeled in. It's Hawkins. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. The running back sneaks out there. He is a difficult matchup for this defense in the passing game.
Man, it is so tough to match up in man-to-man coverage against a back like this and catch the ball like a receiver. It's something you work on all week, and you know about it. You're aware of it, but it's one thing to be aware of it, and another thing to go out and execute it and try to stay within the man coverage. Very tough to do. Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're third down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. To the air. It's Van Buren. Tries to get it to the running back. Caught near the sticks. He smothers. Tackle is finally made down at the 11-yard line. So Georgia Tech has the lead here, Kirk. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. They prevent the touchdown. Ball be spotted at the 3. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Caught in the backfield. It's Hawkins. Touchdown, UNC. A much-needed counterpunch delivered. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
That's caught. It's Coleman. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. The sure hands. It's Scott. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they want a little bit more on that play.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. With the catch, it's Scott. Gets some space around the 30. They finally get him down at the 10-yard line. Sets up a 1st and goal. What a play.
Oh, boy, Chris. The defensive coordinator goes with the man look on 3rd down, and he chose wrong. This drive is still alive thanks to just an amazing play by this offense, not just to get the first, but to set him up that close to the goal line.
The Yellow Jackets line up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's got it near the end zone. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
2nd down and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he will score! Touchdown, Georgia Tech! So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
North Carolina, 7.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. And the Tar Heels under the line in the hurry out. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers and make the play.
They're going to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his 1st down on the 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
That's caught. It's Hawkins.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Caught behind the line. It's Hawkins. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Moves out of the pocket. Catch made on the right side. Goes down after making the grab. It's not going to be enough for a 1st down.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. A chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Big moment here in this playoff game. 3rd and short on the 7th play of the drive. Back to pass. It's Van Buren. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
And the Tar Heels tussle to the line to run the hurry up. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And we're able to get him down.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. I'd rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Launching one to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly. And they're doing so with such high stakes. Answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So here we go. The first play of the drive. Less than a minute to play before halftime. On first and 10, looking to throw. He'll throw it now. Finds his man. It's stopped. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. Looking to throw here. Close to the tight end. Oh, what a grab! And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Throws it to the right. Makes the catch near the sideline and keeps the foot in bounds. That's enough for a first down.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
And the Yellow Jackets begin a new series here, first and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Makes the grab, a chance to score. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
Well, that time they're able to work the slot across the field on the drag. Precise route and a good throw.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half and talk strategy here.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And they will trot out the field goal team here. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, North Carolina.
So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. They'll set up for the chip shot on the left hash mark. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they've reclaimed the lead with that.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. They get him down, but he found a good lane in that return. So the drive starts with pretty decent field position. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? To throw, it's Van Buren. He escapes the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
And here's that wrinkle. The Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Direct snap. Caught here with the sticks. It's Van Buren. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. A missed chance to tie this game. Still down by 3. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick this away to start the second half. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here at the beginning of the third quarter, trying to make up this deficit. With the catch, it's Hawkins. Breaking free at midfield. Here he goes. Inside the 20. At the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. And that will give them the lead now. Because this quarterback told us this is my time to shine. Playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Offense back out on the field. On the ground, it's Scott. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Short pass finds the tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
3rd down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
The pass is incomplete. The defense holds on 4th down, and they'll take over.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Here's a throw underneath the tight end. And he'll run out of bounds and pick up a few yards on the play. A completion sets up a second down play. He'll hand it off. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the Tar Heels looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Dropping back. It's Van Buren. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, UMC. This passing game is on fire today. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against his secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
North Carolina, 28. Georgia Tech, 17.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. They can get it going this time. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Running play goes backwards, makes it second down and 12 now. Looking to pass here on second down. On the move now. The catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Pulls it in. It's Stockton. Spin move and still going. And he rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Deep shot toward the end zone. It is intercepted.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they want the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. Short connection to the tight end here. Not much of a gain there, Kirk. The defense paying close attention to the tight end.
Yeah, really good coverage that time. They're aware of exactly where he is on the field. They took him away completely. I gave him a completion, but not many yards.
Pass caught. Second down now. Scanning the field. It's Van Buren. Moves out of the pocket. That's reeled in. It's Hawkins. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Man, it's so valuable to have a back like this who can take a check down and turn it into a first down. That level of playmaking is such an asset to a team in today's game.
Using his legs, it's Smothers. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Important 2nd down play coming up. He's looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. Escapes the pocket. He'll avoid this sack, but is brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Now, near the sticks, it's Smothers. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Try to catch the defense with the draw. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a 1st down.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open. The quarterback makes the right throw. Look at these yards.
Here's the handoff on a counter. He stopped just short of that 1st down marker, inches away from it.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a 1st down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain to spot the ball now at the 35.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They make the stop, but the offense is set up in scoring position. 1st down from the 23.
Chris, much like we saw in the 1st half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Looking to throw. It's Van Buren. Now rolling out to his left. Trying to create here on the move.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. And the Tar Heels come to the line with 1st and goal. Motion now from the tight end. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense slowing them down.
That's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. it's North Carolina in front, Kurt. And as we've reached the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. And it's a direct snap. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
3rd down and goal for the offense. Scanning the field, it's Van Buren. Oh, and it's picked off, a crushing mistake. He goes down quickly, but that's a takeaway for this defense. Important play.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the 2nd half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Lets it go quickly. Oh, he makes the catch. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. This possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Looking to scramble. Extending the play now.
Hey, if you're not going to account for a quarterback, he's going to be smart enough to take off when the opportunity is there.
2nd down after that previous play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Quick dart to the right. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, the offense just cannot afford to throw this interception. It's already a 2-possession game. By throwing this pick, now you wonder how many more opportunities will you get.
And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with a pick. Let's see what they can do here. Takes the handoff. It smothers. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
But these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
They bring him down, but a solid gain moves the football to the 24 and a 1st down.
And that's going to be a 1st down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the 4th quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
And the Tar Heels have 1st and 10 here. Working clock with the ground game.
Now you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. from the shotgun, an inside handoff. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. On the ground, it's Dickens. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And it's good, right down the middle. And they add to their lead. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking for his big tight end. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made, but a big play all the way to the 48.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. On the move now. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and a receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's a deep shot right down the middle. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for him.
Looking for his big tight end. Trying to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Let's it fly to the wideout. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. He's tackled immediately, but not before a gain that moves the ball to the 25.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
Makes the catch. It's Scott. Has a path to the end zone. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a 1st down and goal.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
And the Yellow Jackets trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw again. Just trying to get rid of it.
I think that's a smart play. Goal to go is tricky when you're trying to throw it in there. If it's not there, throw it away and live for the next down.
Now they come up 2nd and goal from the 3. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
What a score by this offense, and the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves a little bit of time, and now you're thinking onside kick, if they can recover it, you never know.
Now the try here for the extra point. The extra point gets him within a touchdown, 31-24. I believe they're going to line up here to go for the onside kick. On the hands seem all over that to make the recovery. And the quarterback just kneels down. Well, a really entertaining game, but get right down to the end. They made the plays and then made the difference.
Well, we knew these teams were